So these past couple days have been crazy to say the least. First, we start off with Adrian Broner gets absolutely embarrassed by Blair Cobbs.
Jabbing him up, and down goes Broner! A straight left hand, and Broner got deposited on the canvas!
We had former world's strongest man Eddie Hall go viral for a 2 versus 1 match in which he knocked a guy out cold. Granted, they were half his size and didn't really look like they knew how to fight, but still hilarious. And after almost 5 years, our guy Dominic Reyes finally gets back in the win column. Love to see it for him.
Power rights. The last one had an effect. Turns it around. The middle. Dominic Reyes. Hammering his way as Jacoby returns to his feet. Oh, he's out on his feet. Reyes empty in the tank. Welcome back.
And then I see a comment from my boy Joshua. He says KSI made an announcement saying that he plans on fighting in a 2v1 fight against Slim and Anthony Taylor. I have not seen this yet, so let's check it out and y'all can get my live reaction to it.
August 31st, I will be in Dublin and I will be fighting on what will be Misfit's 2nd anniversary. Now the ultimate question, who am I fighting? Amir Khan? I mean, best believe we try. But unfortunately, I believe that's probably going to be somewhere later on this year. All I'm going to say is he may be fast in the ring, but when it comes to accepting offers, he's very, very slow.
So that is interesting. So it looks like Amir Khan was supposed to be next for August 31st, as KSI says, as he was prepared to return on that day. But Amir Khan seems like he wants more time, which I think is actually a really, really good idea, because if Amir Khan rushes it, he hasn't been in the ring for a few years. If he rushes it and gets in there kind of quickly, you know, KSI ends up knocking him out or beating him, that's going to allow people to make more excuses, saying Amir Khan didn't have much time to prepare. He came off the couch. He wasn't taking it that serious. But giving Amir Khan more time to prepare for this fight shows that, all right, maybe he's taking this more serious and is giving Amir Khan a lot more time to prepare, which is ultimately going to look a lot better if KSI were to beat him.
Who else? Jake Paul. I've seen that he's rescheduled his fight with Mike Tyson. So now Mike will be even older when he fights. Mike Tyson, a man that is in no condition to be fighting a 20-something-year-old at his age. But I mean, Jake Paul, Netflix, they want to do what they want to do. It's all good. But today, Jake, I'm going to be making you my final offer. May 2025. Just so you have all the time in the world to be ready. And we can even do it in America, just to make you that bit more happy. But that is it when it comes to giving you advantages. I mean, first of all, we agreed to fight at 180 pounds, and then you decided to run away and fight Nate Diaz instead. Then you came back, won in the fight at 185 pounds. And then you decided, you know what, scratch that. Let's fight at 200 pounds. You know what, Jake? I'm tired of this bullshit. Get off the cycle and let's make this work. We both have weight to lose and we both have plenty of time to do it. 185 pounds is my final offer. Take it or leave it. If you come back with some bullshit on social media, I will sleep good knowing that deep down you never really had the balls to fight me in a fair fight. You were never actually about it. You were just trying to save face online.
Damn, I wasn't expecting that either, man. I thought it was just going to be him announcing his next fight, but that is actually pretty damn interesting. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't think the fight is going to happen, especially with that offer. Like I said, the negotiations just aren't going to go well. Plus, KSI said 185 pounds. Jake Paul has been bulking up like crazy to fight Mike Tyson at heavyweight. So it's just not going to happen. And now he's going to have to lose like, what, 20, 30 pounds? It's just not going to be an option for Jake at this point. And KSI said he'll fight him in the US, but that's the only thing he will give him. That means KSI is completely the A side, and you already know that is going to hurt Jake's ego big time. So let's be real, I just don't see the fight happening.
Still, we all are wondering, who am I fighting? Well, they've told me to fight a warm-up fight since I've had 10 months off. They told me to find Ryan Borderland's cousin. They told me to fight the dad of Andre August. They even brought me Holyfield. What they forget, ladies and gentlemen, is that I am not Jake Paul. I want to fight. I am here to fight. I want to challenge myself. So I'm going to fight a person that has been on my case for ages. So I will be fighting Slim. and Anthony Taylor in a 2v1 handicap tag team match. Both of you against me. You have 24 hours to accept. Let's do this.
I'm gonna be real with y'all, I don't like the matchup. I think they should save these tag team type fights and things like that for people who nobody knows, because it creates hype around their fight without their social media or their following or them being super famous having to do so. If you have a tag team match between, 4 people, or a 2v1 match between 3 people that no one really knows, the interesting thing is that it's a tag team fight or the survivor tag shit or whatever. That's what will create hype around that matchup. Whereas these popular guys that are already moving the needle for you, you don't really need to do shit like that for them. But I also don't really like the idea, because I think a KSI versus Slim fight would be much better. I would edge it to KSI. I think KSI would honestly beat Slim. Slim is a brawler, which I think is very, very in favor of KSI, meaning Slim can walk into a very big shot, and KSI carries a lot of power and is a lot bigger than Slim. He can definitely sit him down if he were to land a big one. But adding Anthony Taylor into the mix, I just don't really like that idea because of Anthony Taylor's style. If Anthony Taylor was much more of an entertaining fighter, then this would be a different story. But what is the point in putting Anthony Taylor in there? Because we're just going to get a KSI versus Tommy Fury version 2, where only 1 to 2 shots are going to be thrown, and then they're going to be clinching for the rest of the fight. I think it's a very, very winnable situation for KSI, and honestly, I can understand why it would look good on him, especially for his fan base who probably don't really understand the ins and outs of fighting. But look, like I said, Slim is much smaller, and in his last fight against Salt Poppy, he got so freaking tired, he put his hands on his knees in the middle of the fight. And Anthony Taylor gasses out in there so quick that he has to revert to only landing 1 or 2 punches and then clinching the entire fight. So both of these guys are known for tiring out very, very quickly, whereas KSI is pretty damn known for his cardio and is not afraid of a fight. So I like the Slim thing, but I just don't really like them throwing in Anthony Taylor. I just think Anthony Taylor's style isn't entertaining enough, and people ultimately will start complaining and will be complaining that this is another version of KSI versus Tommy Fury. But KSI versus Slim does pique my interest because Slim is a dog. Slim also is not afraid of a fight. He will come forward, he will let those hands go, and he may not be the most technical fighter in Misfits, but he is so entertaining to watch. When Slim is on the card, you already know you are going to get a fight. So I kind of like that situation better than this 2v1, but still interesting nonetheless. Feel free to give me your thoughts about all this in the comments down below. As always, I thank you all so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.